Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So today's video is, you will not survive bugging out. Well, let's talk about some facts and some myths on this topic. So this topic, guys, starts a lot of arguments in the preparedness community. And we've been doing the YouTube channel for 3 years. Right at 3 years come April 1st. And I've learned a lot dealing with people as far as opinions on things. And they are opinions. So, guys that have been here for a while, and if you're new to the channel, there should be some pop-ups and stuff like that. I do a lot of outdoor survival training. As a matter of fact, I own my own business teaching outdoor survival training. One of the last courses I went to get paperwork through, certificates and patches through, was the Pathfinder course up in Jackson, Ohio. Should be a nice little pop-up right about here.
Yeah, right here with me, man.
Okay.
Tell us when you're live, brother.
I'm live.
All right, guys, here we are at the Pathfinder School with Survival Living, just patched the intermediate class. If you want some good information, check his channel out on YouTube for sure. Good job, man.
All right. Perfect. I can edit it. I can cut right there, man.
He's like, I'm calling all the asshole instructors out. It's me and Dave. Good job. Fucking Sean, man.
That's right, guys. That is Mr. Dave Canterbury there of Dual Survivor. That is also Corporal's Corner. His YouTube channel's here. Former Marine, big-time outdoor bushcraft survival instructor. That is also Tony Powers, aka Pooter Stomper, and that is my instructor, Mr. Paul Hack, right there. Adaptable Survival is his channel. So yeah, guys, I always put myself through things, and I got patched. I mean, I got a nice little shout out from Mr. Dave Canterbury himself. That's pretty freaking cool. It was a hard course, but I'm always pushing my body and showing what I can do. So let's go a little history on some things, guys. I teach outdoor survival, okay? There's the pop-ups of some of my camping trips. Now, these camping trips are not going to a state park and having facilities. I'm going out there with no food. I'm going out there with no water. I'm going out there 3 to 5 days at a time, being dropped off, hike in, and I have to survive. Now, one of the things I have shown many times is that the myth of you will find food abundant because there's animals everywhere. There might be animals everywhere. When you're driving by, you'll see them if you startle them. When you are camped out somewhere, they know you're there, and animals usually move away. Sometimes scavengers come around after a few days if you haven't been keeping your camp cleaned up. Raccoons, possum, things like that. But for the majority of animals, they smell you, they stay away, unless it's a predatory animal. Now, the reason I bring all this in, guys, is because years ago, there should be a pop-up there for you guys. I had broke the law, and I went to prison for 3.5 years. Before going to prison, I ran. I committed forgery many years ago, and I ran for 6 years. So when I speak on bugging out and outdoor survival, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Not just survival courses I have taken and graduated. I even worked for a survival course years ago as an actual instructor. Unfortunately, he lost his business because somebody broke their leg and sued the crap out of him. So that happens. Anyway, during that time, I was a freight train rider. Everyone always asking about my tattoo and the logo on the channel. That is my train rider tag. Basically, if you're traveling and you got other groups of people looking for you and want to leave a message, you put a tag up somewhere at a train camp and they know where to find you, what direction you're going to. This is before everyone had cell phones. So, don't worry, there were cell phones then, we just didn't have any. Having to live out of my backpack. That's right, I lived off the land for 1.5 years. It can be done. So for the people that sit there and tell you bugging out's going to get you killed, well, if you don't have any knowledge in outdoor survival, yeah, it can. But I'm not going to say it's going to happen to everybody, because there's so many testimonials of people getting lost in the woods, being able to make things happen. They luck out, got a kill on food, or they found an abundant supply of vegetation that they could eat. It does happen. But the fact is, without outdoor survival skills, your chances of surviving are very slim. I did it for 1.5 years. Just what I had in my backpack. And I've even lost my backpack before. I've had camps tore down and stolen. I've had police come into because I camped too close to a city, or I was in a city and found a wooded area to go camp out, and somebody called it in. Next thing I know, I got a goon squad coming in, tearing up my camp, cutting it up, throwing me in cuffs, and then throwing me out of town. Said, don't come back. That happens. Society, vagrancy. Yeah, it happens. It can be done, guys. So for the people that sit there and scream and holler, you cannot bug out. I call BS. I've done it. The problem that I see here on YouTube is most people that scream it can't be done are people that have never done it. Are people that have never tried it. That's what I see. Because people that actually push their bodies know the limitation of their body. They've found that spark within them that gives them that drive to get things done, to push themselves past limits. You'd be amazed when you are stuck in a situation, a dire situation, with the right mindset and the right skill level, how much you can push your body through things. The fact is, most people have never had to do that. And that's society for you today. So when I see those comments, guys, and you see those comments on my channel, there will be comments right here in this video saying the exact same thing. Ignore them. These are people with no actual experience in the field. These are people that have never done it. These are people that get upset and blow a gasket when Starbucks is closed. That's the facts. So I want to clear the air on that and tell you guys, you can survive. Now, you don't want to run out to the woods without a plan. You don't. Plain out simple. And bugging out is an actual plan for shit hits the fan. If something comes rolling in on your home and you've got to move, where are you going to go? We always make plans. We have multiple ways of routes of getting to a location. We have backup locations. We have food supply drops between here and those locations. That way we don't have to pack so heavy when we first take off. We know where our food supply drops are. And I've seen the comments and the questions of, well, what if you get to your location and it's already been overrun? Well, you don't make a bug out location in a populated area. That's a very hidden location that you're going to. And the fact is, if you get there and it's overrun, that's a decision you have to make when you get there. You sit back, you watch it, see how many people there are. Is it worth taking over? Is it worth a conflict? Or is it best to move on? As far as going up to people and, hey guys, we'll work together. They're already there stealing your stuff. They're not going to work together with you. But that's my opinion. I've seen the down and dirty of society. I've lived that life. I'm not sitting here talking about stuff I've read on a forum. I was out there getting my head crushed in, my jaw fractured open. I've seen the evil of man. I've seen the desperation from people. They'll kill somebody over their backpack. That's society. So when it comes to shit hits the fan, I see the kumbaya will all pull together. That is a 8% chance of that. And I give that, that's a pretty high percent chance. Now, what I tell people to do is build a group, have a plan. The fact is, guys, when it comes down to starvation, people will do a lot of evil stuff to feed themselves and feed their families. You'll be amazed at how morals get thrown out the window when they have a child starving. This is why I tell you to prep, stockpile food. It's up to you if you decide to bring in somebody in your fold. I saw that on a comment about, I'm not building a prepper community right now. I'll do it during SHTF. That is probably the most dangerous things you could ever do. Is trying to build a community when people are desperate, because you don't know if you can trust them. You bringing these people in to your food stocks, they're already desperate. While they're sitting there, yeah, they'd be all thankful and everything to begin with, but what if they're a plant? What if they're there to see what you got and they got a larger group waiting? Hey guys, it's not the movies. We have to be able to read people and judge people correctly. That's why I say build a group now. Work together in your local communities. I see the comments where, hey, you need to quit showing your food stocks. People are going to come get your stuff. Try it. Try it. One, you only know where I'm at from what I tell you. That's it. You don't think I do operation security. Every time I film something, I know exactly what's in my backdrop. I got a big red barn in my backdrop. You know how many big red barns are in my rural area? Well, I'm not going to tell you. I can tell you it's a lot. So guys, don't allow commenters to sway you and steer you in the wrong direction. I've come up here and I've proven my outdoor survival skills. I've shown these things unedited, down and dirty. Feel like I'm about to pass out from no food. I've shown these things how you become delirious from no food, no water, exhaustion, lack of sleep. But you can still get things done. I teach these things. I teach you on solar, how to build your own solar system on the cheap. I show solar generators, which ones will push themselves. I love those comments. Well, I watched a YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. They said it was crap. Are they doing the tests that I am doing? I'm running skill saws. I'm running refrigerators. I am plugging in, showing the results. Actual testing. Same thing with our long-term food storage. I show making it, taste testing. I show rotational stocks. I show these things because I want to teach you and not mislead you. So to wrap it all back up, back into the bug out stuff, yes, you can survive bugging out. You can survive the outdoors. What you need to do is start learning outdoor skills. First, start in your backyard, guys. Take your equipment, go out there and start with the backyard stuff. Once you accomplish that and you got proficient in that, now it's time to take your game up to the next level. It's one thing to start a grill with a magnesium fire starter. Then when you're out in the woods, on one of our recent outdoor survival videos when I was running my class, where it was non-stop raining and you got to get fire going in wet conditions. Big difference. Big difference when you are so exhausted you could barely lift up your arm and you got to get a fire going, because you know if you don't, you're going to freeze to death that night. Big difference, guys. Alright, y'all take care. Keep prepping. Guys, I'm telling you, learn outdoor survival skills. As far as learning to forage and things like that, it depends on your location. It depends on what type of plant life is there. The fact is, seasons change. Okay? You can survive foraging, but don't put all your eggs in one basket and that's your go-to plan. You're going to go out to the woods and forage because you might be in a location where there's just nothing growing. Alright guys, y'all take care.